Big win, Don Wilson here for Top MMA News. Here with Sarah Kaufman, and I gotta say, we're here at a nice community event, UFC Giving Back. You are just amazing with kids inside the cage. Where does that come from?
I think I've always had a big affinity for children. I've always done a lot of babysitting, and now actually in Victoria at Zuma I teach from 3-year-olds all the way up to 13-year-olds in my kids' classes. And I really enjoy seeing how excited they get to be on the mats and do different things. And I mean, they're so receptive to having that physical contact that they're not necessarily allowed. Gives them the confidence and overall just general health in life.
Have you seen a progression in kids MMA since when you started to what kids are doing now at 12, 13, 14 years old?
I don't think there really was kids MMA when I first started. It was, the traditional martial arts, the karate and the taekwondo, which have a great place, but it's different. It's definitely a different fitness aspect. And the wrestling and the jiu-jitsu and the boxing, they're allowed to have that physical contact and that physicality. They're so excited about it all the time, and to see, the kids now that are competing that are 10, 11, 12, and they're all-stars already.
It really is. It's going to be a really different MMA game when we see these kids go pro 18 years of age. It's going to be nuts. Anyway, on to you. You have Sarah McMahon in front of you at the UFC on Fox Sports in Indianapolis. We're not going to call it Fox Sports 1-2, people. They didn't want that. How excited are you to be making your UFC debut first?
Well, I mean, this is something that I've been waiting for years since I first started fighting. I've always followed the UFC, and to now get that opportunity to finally step into that cage after all the dedication and hard work I've put in, it's really rewarding, and I'm looking forward to being able to step in there and get that vibe of, being in the biggest stage in the world and doing what I do.
Now, do you think, obviously having the dynamite fights that you did at Strikeforce and Invicta, do you think there will be any UFC cage jitters stepping out there, even though this will be, I guess, the biggest show that you've done?
I think that there's always jitters, a little bit at least, and that's a good thing. You want to go in feeling like you care, and I of course care. And the UFC is another step in my career, and I've fought for Strikeforce and I've had their title, but the UFC is just that one step bigger, and of course you're going to feel that, but at the same time, I'm really comfortable going into the cage.
Now, your opponent McMahon, does she bring anything to the game that you think you haven't faced before? Obviously, dynamite wrestling. Do you think that's going to be the big difference in this fight, at least on her part?
Well, I think anytime you have someone who has a medal in the Olympics in a discipline, in any sport really, that they're a dedicated athlete, they're a hard worker, they've put in their time. And I know that coming into this fight, that's going to probably be the biggest thing. Is just she's going to be in great shape. I'm going to need to be in great shape, as I always am. And, I'm just excited that the two Sarahs get to step in there, and we have nothing bad to say about each other. It's just going to be pure athlete versus pure athlete, and we're going to see how it goes, and hopefully I get the knockout.
Now, obviously, you're not a big fan of the trash talk. Do you like going in, respecting your opponent, liking your opponent, not having any of that bad blood before the fight?
It doesn't really bother me either way, to tell you the truth. I don't think I've ever really had any bad blood. I have people that I like more than others in terms of,
I'm trying to think back.
Their personality.
On Twitter that you went at anybody, no?
Yeah, I don't need that for myself. I really look at it. It's a professional sport, and I'm a competitive person, and it's being competitive at its finest. It's one person versus another, and every fight, regardless if I like them or not, it is going to be the same for me.
Now, obviously, you're going in at 135 pounds. Is the ultimate goal to get back up there and take another shot at Ronda Rousey?
Oh, that will be happening. It's not a goal. It's a definite.
Oh, I got to love the confidence there. That's why we love you. Now, before we let you go, family, friends, sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
I actually really want to thank the UFC for UFC Canada bringing me out to this Winnipeg event. There's been so much positive promotion around it. And then, of course, all my fans, on Twitter at MMA Sarah, on my website, sarahkaufman.ca, and then on Facebook. And then my team, Zuma Martial Arts, and Adam Zuzak, have to give him a shout out for sure.
How's Adam doing?
He's great. He has a baby due at the beginning of August there. So
congrats, Adam.
Yeah, congratulations, Adam Zuzak.
Once again, fans, big win, Don Wilson. Sarah, the Queen of Canada, Kaufman, Top MMA News.